evening, my viewers. Welcome back to Marriage Unscripted with me, Wairimu, Gashoya. Now, today on set is a love story. I love love. I love language. I love everything. So, I love love. So, how about I bring you on board so that we can all understand how love can conquer it all. So, help me welcome on stage our beautiful couples. Beautiful and handsome, sorry. Couples. To introduce yourself, look at the camera, and for the particular person that doesn't know you, introduce each other.
Okay, ladies first.
We introduce each other.
Yes, kindly.
Okay. So here with me is my husband. He's minor, and he's the father of my many children who are going to come.
Amen.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, good evening also. Together with me is my wife. And let me say the only one that I have seen the vineyard that to live together with.
Wow.
Yes.
Hey, men, I hope you're taking notes. How to introduce your woman, the vineyard. Niliwaambia mapenzi wewe. Now, Maina,
Yes.
how did you meet your vineyard?
It's a story back 2016.
2016.
I was in the event, on an event, planning for someone else's wedding. So I was the chairman, and also on the D-Day I was the coordinator. And she happened to be one of the mates.
Okay.
Yes.
I
But
love
she had
this one
come
already.
all the way from Nyeri. And the wedding was in Nakuru.
Must have been such an intentional thing.
Yeah, it came at a time that I was discouraged and I didn't want to settle down again.
Okay.
Yes.
Pause. Umeenda mbio. Come back, selector.
Yes.
You're in the committee.
Yes.
The chair.
Yes.
And the vineyard has come from Nyeri.
Yeah.
So you've spotted it, Ama?
I
Ama, you were
her-
that blind because
No,
you were discouraged.
I was discouraged, so I didn't want anything to do with the relationship. But on that day, she became one of the ladies who was interested too much to know what I'm doing. That
Vineyard. Vineyard had to be said. Amesema yeye akiona kilicho kizuri hakiachi.
Let's show up.
Pause. Vineyard.
Yes.
Ni nini ilikuwa inakufanya ukuwe interested na kijana yenyewe hivi?
Let me say, every woman has an eye of seeing good things.
Aha.
Yes. And if I can see something good, I have to get it.
Have to.
Yes, I have to get it.
Have to. So you saw it.
Yes, I saw it and
You came, you saw, you conquered.
Yeah, I took it by fire, by force.
You didn't care that kijana wenyewe hataki mapenzi?
Hapana, no.
Hata mbele.
As long as he was single, then I can show up. Bora he's not taken. If he was married, that was now another thing. But now if he was single, and which I knew, I had done my research on Friday night.
Oh. I keep telling you to be intentional. Sasa una kwa nini uko single all these years? Because ufanyi kazi.
Yes, I did my assignment.
Yani Friday night umetoka Nyeri.
Yes.
Ukitoka Nyeri ulikuwa unakuja kuchukua mtu?
I was just coming to be a bridesmaid. Just that.
So you saw?
Yes, I saw.
And you knew why not?
And then I saw, he is a good guy. And then I had seen his status, okay, on WhatsApp, on his WhatsApp. Because we were given his number by the bride. Ukifika Nakuru, call this guy. So we called, I called him when I got to Nakuru.
I like you.
But before I had gotten to Nakuru, I had checked on his profile. WhatsApp profile, and I saw his photo, I saw his about, and he had written there, born of the Spirit, washed in his blood. Hallelujah.
Amen. Who doesn't love a born again guy? Who doesn't?
And I was like, yes, this is the man. He's a good man. He's handsome. Let us see. Let us see when we get there.
Ako tu hapa as a check. Born again check.
Wash
Tall
his blood.
check. Wash the blood. Not ya kondo ya Yesu. Check.
Yeah.
Why not anyway? Hata mimi nakuuliza hivyo.
So when I got to meet him, akatupanga vizuri and we went to Njoro, we slept there. He arranged us that Friday night. Saturday came, I saw him again and I made sure I have entered into that car that he had come with. He was driving a certain car. I made sure I was in that co-driver seat. And we sat there and we drove off to the venue of the wedding. And I made sure even when we were going for the photo shoot, I was there in the same car, seated at the co-driver seat. Very intentional lady. Yes. I made sure I was there.
Jokes aside.
Yes, talking and smiling and making sure he's noticing.
And looking pretty.
Yes, I was very pretty that time. Very, very demure.
Pole basi. Pole basi.
Yes.
Kijana.
Yes.
Una notice the effort?
On the night, I thought the girl was just a stubborn lady.
The
on
Lulu.
that Friday, yes. Because I just took them where they were supposed to spend the night, and it was raining. So I entered with the second loud. After I dropped her, I went for the second loud. So I entered with the shoes, and they were muddy. So she started attacking me. Akiniambia, ama ni socks zimeraruka, that is why you don't want to put off your shoe. So I attacked her back.
Yeah.
And I told her,
Bro.
let me tell you, I'm clean. Even my socks are very clean. But I don't have time for that. I'm very busy.
Yeah, you're a busy guy.
Yes. So we were with another lady. So to her, she was bothered with me being with the other lady. And we were doing planning with the other lady together. But now, for her, she was left at night doing homework because that lady spent a night there. So I think alimuhoji kamuuliza, na wewe jamani, jamaa wako hapana sijui nini kaanza kufikia jamaa ako single ama hana mtu. But now on Saturday, I never even knew that alikaa kwa kiti yangu ya mbele. I was that busy planning.
Akinyinyi mtafanya mtu.
So to a point that there is a time she tried to brought me a cake and then I walked away. Mimi sijui ni mimi analetea. So mimi wape watu keki kwa harusi. So me, I walked and went because I have been caught. There's something I was supposed to do. To brought me a cake, and then I walked away. Mimi sijui ni mimi analetea. So mimi wape watu keki kwa harusi. So me, I walked and went because I have been caught. There's something I was supposed to do for the groom.
Haukuwa na msnob?
Yeah, sikuwa na msnob. I was busy, but now afterward, like after 2-3 days, I was now. Ile kitu na msichana fulani sasa, that is when I'm getting
interested.
Yes. Msichana fulani alikuwa na nini, so nitagojea wale wasichana nini the couple watoke kwa harusi so that they give me her number because mimi siku save number.
Yeah.
Kimi.
Wao wamesave number yangu lakini mimi sija save. So coincidentally she texted first.
This lady is one for the nini. This one is a whole go-getter.
Yes. She texted first, and her profile was a cloud of ladies. So I didn't know who was.
Who was texting in the first place?
Is it? Akaniambia is one of the lady mwenye alikuwa amesimamia harusi. Nikamwambia yeah, who is it? Akaniambia jina yake. Nikamwambia I can't recall who you are unless you send me your photo.
No. It is at that point that I know, in the nose of the nose, hapo ndio conversation ingeishia.
Yes.
But wewe, take us through. How did you feel like ikwambia hakujui? Considering it really invested.
Let me say,
I'm looking at it from investment points.
Let me say, I didn't get that much offended, but because already my heart had loved him, had liked him, not loving, but liked the first time. Initangwa?
First love, first
sight.
First sight, yes.
First sight
I had kwa nimemnoki, yes. So I was not much offended, and I decided to now change my profile, and now I put my own photo there, so he got to know it was me. Yes. So later when we were now talking on the phone, he was telling me actually he was looking for my number.
Ukajua kumbe ndugu pia yako na macho ni kukatana
he was looking for my number. Yes. So I was very encouraged. I was like, yes.
Finally, at least see me na enda
see
peke yangu.
mimi, yes. See mimi na make all the strides.
We. Kijana, umetafutana. You've gotten to a point. Now you've told the lady, you know what? I don't want everything.
Actually, Young was very straight to the point. I'm not looking for a girlfriend. I'm looking for a wife. Are you ready? And if you are ready, you come. We meet face on face. We talk.
Are you ready?
No.
I told you this is tea. You're such a person that's doing everything and doing everything, and then you're not ready.
I was not ready. Marriage was a very big name. I was very young and naive. So telling me about marriage at the age that I was and at the season that I was in, it was a very, very huge name for me. I actually feared after he had told me that he's not joking, he wants a wife. Nilishtuka.
Wewe mwenye uko na guts za kwenda kuangalia na hadi ku attack socks zenye hata ujaona vile zinaka.
And he actually popped I had a pimple on my face that Friday night. He popped it out himself with his hands, without a tissue, without a serviette, without nothing. And I feared the name marriage.
And you still fear marriage? You didn't look at it from the fact that it's this handsome guy?
No. I had not dated there before, like seriously. Now this one is coming with Saki mchezo, I want a wife.
Bro, military
I can't. Marriage is just a...
So what did you want now? Now, women tell us, what do you want? Women, you've...
Yeah.
Umekutana na kijana, Simba imenyamaza.
No.
Simba ina maneno.
Simba amesema nataka ndoa, hataki mchezo.
Sasa Simba ameinuka, unaanza kusema ati nilikuwa nadhani ni paka.
Narudisha your clothes na uko ndani. Why? Marriage.
What was so scaring about marriage?
I had not thought about marriage there before. You know, I was just in school. I was in college. I had not thought about those serious datings like ati tuna date to one. No. I was very young. I think I was 21. I was very young.
You were a baby actually.
Telling me about marriage.
So ukienda kukatia kijana wa watu na kunoki kijana wa watu, ulithani nini? Ulitaka nini?
Nilitaka.
Make me get this. What did you want, sweetheart?
I just thought that this guy could be my friend. This guy could be my friend. Probably with time, we can think about marriage. But amekuja tu mara moja marriage. This
Kijana didn't come to play. So ulimwonyesha unaacha uchezi.
I thought we were just going to just
energy being matched.
I know. That was
so it was
very
point.
quick.
Do you convince her that marriage is something that you're interested in?
So now after that I asked her to come to Nakuru. She told me, no, you come to Nyeri. Nikamwambia, what I want to talk with you is not a boyfriend-girlfriend issue. So you have to come, we sit down. If it is working, it works. If it's not working,
kila mtu ende shughuli zake.
And so she came. But I don't know what she told her mother, because first of all, she lied. She said she's coming for a conference.
Which particular conference is this?
For a mission. It was a mission.
And you had to use the word of the Lord to be released.
Yes.
So I think she was coming to see this guy who is washing the nini and all of that.
I think it was I can see the mission. Now, wisdom.
So
it was a mission.
I was an evangelist before I had come back to Nakuru.
Now I understand the mission.
Yes.
So when she came, we talked, she went back. At that time, I was the youth chair at Upper Hill, the Ribbons. So I told her, we have an event on December, I'm inviting you. So it was in a gap of about a month. So she went to Nyeri, then came back.
Tell them I paid my fare.
So
Okugula fare.
I paid my own fare.
She paid for herself fare to come.
And I bought myself a t-shirt. He never did that.
Okay. For the
Kijana,
t-shirt and for the
kijana utalipa hizi vitu au utakosa kulipa? So that we can square it out.
I think because of where I had come from and what some ladies may take advantage of men, so I didn't want to joke.
You did not want to be a husband
Yes.
to a girlfriend.
Yeah. So I had to tell
Shikilia
her.
uzito.
Yes.
Thanks. Hata me, I'm teaching my boy. Draw boundaries. Kila mtu na mamake.
So if she's interested in this thing, she
Pay
has
the price.
to pay in also aside. So when she came, but finally when she was going back, I refunded.
At least ulirudishiwa. Thank
I
you.
refunded, but for her to come, first of all, she paid for herself. For the event, she is the one who wants the t-shirt, and the pastor was selling the t-shirt on the pulpit.
Wow.
So pastor akasema t-shirt zinauzwa hapo nyuma na JK na Mo na Hector. So pick your t-shirt there, pick your cape. She came, told me she want a cape and she want a copy. Bring money.
Wow. 2,000.
Ulikuwa na
Now
do.
that was business.
Ulikuwa na do.
It was a
Nilikuwa
church
nimepewa.
business.
Ulikuwa na
Not
do.
mine.
2K. Yeah.
But now then, after now that event, and the same day, Reverend Elijah made a joke on the pulpit. Maina na wacha kupeleka wasichana kuwanunulia kahawa. Tafuta mtu wako. Sasa and then nilikuwa karibu nimkimbie nimwambie hata ako kwa
service.
You go away. Them did not come to marry you.
So maybe I'm that serious. So after that,
Born of the washed of the blood and you
yes. So after that, I told her we sit down, we look for another couple. We sat down together. I told them this, I'm interested with this lady, and I want to start my plan in as in Egypt. So the lady now was that serious that you guys, you are not joking. Nikamwambia, yeah, I'm not joking. So I'm giving you some time. Go think about it and give me an answer.
How did you feel like?
Wow, that was just a whole burden for me.
It looks like.
Yes, it was very heavy
For a
on my
21-year-old.
Yes, it was very heavy. I went home and I asked my mother if I am ready. I actually asked my mother, am I ready to get married?
From your lens, please, mami.
Yeah, am I ready? You know me.
Unajua vile naosha vyombo.
Am I?
Unajua vile nafua nguo.
Am I?
Unaona kama niko ready kuchukua kijana wa watu nimfanyie hizo.
She sent me for prayer.
So
I went for prayer for 3 days. And actually I had not given him an answer. He called me when I was in prayer. There was a time he called me when I was in prayer and I told him, niko maombi, wacha tutaongea nikitoka. And so I stayed there for 3 good days asking, am I ready? Is this mine? Am I?
Unajua ni vile huku uliza am I ready ukienda kuchokoza kijana watu.
Ukienda kuchokoza nyuki.
Here you are. It's the irony because I keep saying this Simba was just comfortable.
Yeah.
Quiet. Hataki kusumbuliwa.
Ametulia tu. Maji ya mtungi. Nani dada yetu hapa? Keeps poking it. But now she's now back. Umekumbuka Jerusalem suddenly. Na umerudi kwa magoti.
Hey. It was just a whole time of prayer, asking God, preparing myself psychologically, doing my own research, my own psychological research. Am I ready? Do I want this guy? Who is he? Hata simjui.
Hata umjui suddenly.
Simjui sasa. Do I want him?
Ladies, now this is the thing. If a woman ever tell you that they want this thing, just pause for a minute and ask them, are you sure? Because chances are they are not ready for what they are asking for.
True.
Now, you've gone ahead. You've prayed. Does God answer?
Yes, he did. He did answer and it was a yes. It was time. Imagine it was time.
For you.
Yes. It was time. It is just that I had fear of the unknown. I didn't know about marriage. I had not listened or even researched or even read books. I had done nothing.
Were you in a space where you grew seeing marriages?
Let me say, I've been brought up in a background whereby you not learn much about marriage. it was not a very exposed place, because even the school that I was going, I used to go for the school-based. So I'm working. I had no time for like looking for couples and seeing, you can also see from other people, but the background that I came from, it didn't have that much.
Are you the firstborn here?
The last born.
The last born?
Yes.
Siblings ahead of you? None.
There is one, but we have an age gap of 15 years. So she's like my mother. So,
actually, she is your mother.
Yeah. So
scratch that and say, my second mother.
Yes, she is. So I don't have much reference about marriage at that time. Yes.
From her perspective.
Yes, and even from my own parents, because
Okay.
my father was not around much.
Okay.
So I didn't see. It was very hard.
Okay.
Yes.
So God gives you a yes, a go ahead.
Yes, it is your season.
It's your season. Man, you'll need to mature that brain faster so that it can agree
Yes.
with what I'm saying.
Salvation is the most valuable gift given to us by God, and we ought to commit to growing in God's Word. Understanding Salvation by Reverend Elijah Mwangi is a resourceful book that will equip and establish your growth in salvation. This book is written to assist you in your journey with Christ, and through Scripture, gain the assurance of your salvation and grow deeper into a relationship with God. To get this book, contact 0722 487 121 at 300 shillings. That is 0722 487 121 at 300 Kenyan shillings. Equip and establish your growth in salvation. We may be knocked down, but we are never knocked out. J.B. Phillips. Sometimes in life there are catastrophes that overwhelm us. Hard Pressed but Not Crushed by Reverend Elijah Mwangi is a book that will encourage you not to break under the weight and pressures of this world. To get this book, contact 0722 487 121 at 500 Kenyan shillings. That is 0722 487 121 at 500 Kenyan shillings. Literacy is a bridge from misery to hope. God bless you.
Now, you've been answered by God.
Yes.
And now you've told the person that needs the marriage, because it looks like you are looking into him. That unajua nini? It's a yes. How does the preparation of the marriage look like for you?
Let me say, he carried the burden.
Okay.
You should remember that I was never exposed to these things. Kupanga harusi, events, and all these things. But he was in a very, very good place to plan and to organize everything. So Mimi, I left the burden to him.
Kamwambia fanya hivi.
So
Color coordination.
okay.
Watu watasimamia, fanya chukua hiyo
Color
kazi.
coordination was me.
Oh, I like it.
It was me.
Okay.
So we had a color. We had ocean blue to be our color.
Ocean blue.
Mtafute mweke hapo.
Tutatafute hiyo ocean blue.
So it was to be ocean blue, but when we went to look for the fabrics, we never got the color. So we had to switch to a color that itapatikana kwa haraka. So it was royal blue and pink, hot pink. So because I am also a designer, I really tried to look for something that would be fashionable, yenye haitaisha fashion, hata come 20 years, you know.
Your daughter can sit in the same shoes and use the same.
So I had looked for options, but I never found.
Okay.
So we went for the sari for the Indians.
Okay.
So that is what they wore. And the men, tulikuwa nataka wavae kihindi hata wao, but we never got the fabrics.
Again.
So we had to look for something, and it was nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how does preparation looks like now that you're the big man, that's the go-getter, the everything?
Before nijue her yes was yes, it was, by the time I told her go take some time, it was like 2 weeks to her birthday. So now she told me, yes, I have accepted ABCD, but my birthday is coming soon in some few days. So I told her, oh yeah. So what do you want? And I mean, no, nothing much, but maybe I was just informing you because you don't know my date. Nikamwambia, then
Yani
you can come.
unapanga harusi na mtu mwenye hatojui birthday date yake ni lini.
Then nikamwambia you
I
can
like
come,
it.
we have time together. Siwezi shindwa kukupeleka out. But me, I don't know what she told her mother. Because she came with a shopping. Because nilikuwa nimemwambia on 25th, mimi naenda kwa wazazi wangu. So she came with a shopping. Ya kwenda kwa wazazi wangu.
Huge.
So now that was...
You're a special breed.
Now that was now another turnover because now I had to reciprocate it immediately. So sijaienda kwao, I had to go now immediately after that. So then after that, now we started planning to go for the first visit, our wazazi. Then we went for the first visit. But now, let me say that when you're planning this journey, when you are intentional, also the devil is not happy.
Yeah,
because now sarakazi zilianzia hapo. So like now the time I was going for the first visit, I got robbed in town. I lost everything that I owned, my phones, my laptop, my hard disk. And actually nikiibiwa, we were talking with her. Niko kwa street na ngojea gari ifike. So naongea na simu, people have just come, ganged me, and they have gone with things. So akaambia na wazazi wake, hapana, wacha kijana kwanza ajitayarishe tena, maybe utaenda huko usikie njaa. Sasa kijana amelose everything.
Hivyo.
So
Yeah.
nini akaniambia, nikamwambia no, there's nothing that I'm stopping. I'm intentional and it have to happen. So we went for the first introduction. Mimi sijai, ninasikia tu gari zikiambia zinakomaga zikienda Rorashio. For the first time mimi gari yangu ilinisumbua nikienda Rorashio. So but
Haijai kuwa na mushke, haijai kuwa na nini, suddenly
ikanisumbua. Hiyo asubuhi tu. But nikafikiria ni mafuta yenye nimekunywa because nilienda nikitafuta mafuta from Nakuru hakukuwa, nilipata mafuta almost bukia. But ikanisumbua, I was to be there before 12, nilikuwa nafika huko saa 8. But then we came back. Now we started the Rorashio planning. Rorashio was on May. For me because I'm urged to get married. Sikuwa naona iko mzigo kubwa.
nini ilikuwa inakufanya utake sana kuoa? Ni ulikuwa umeona watu wameoa vile wanakaa? Did you like growing up, did you feel like it was something that
I was involved a lot in marriages.
planning?
So
you felt it is time for yours to be
was
planned?
feeling, I had actually before her, I was to get married a year and a half before. Then before tufike pale mwisho, safari ya reli ikakatika, mwisho.
Na unajua reli ikikatika, train lazima itatoka.
Lazima itatoka.
Change route.
So wakati ilitoka, that now where she came, that to a point that I was discouraged. But now sasa tumepanga Rorashio. Rorashio was on May. We have focused with that date. Tragedies now started. Zile sasa worse. Because now between May and August we are having about 3 months. We are planning nini. No, mimi when it comes to time, I'm very punctual. So nikamwambia kama watu wanasimamia harusi by June. Tumetoka Rorashio May. By June date 1 watu wakuwa wamelipa deposit. And by the end of June, mtu mwenye atakuwa amekamilisha kulipa nguo, I will refund what he has contributed. And that is what I stick to.
Kijana. Nitarudisha.
Ni moja tu alimpenyesha tu. Lakini other people by the end of June, asubuhi ukiamka, refund of your money in your M-Pesa.
Sasa uanze tena kutafuta wengine?
I had a big crowd.
Okay, so it was an elimination method.
Yes, because my WhatsApp group on bridal team was 58.
Kwani wewe ni mtoi wa nini? Ngoja tuambie story tujue po.
Because now, being that I was very vibrant and also being that I was in church leadership, also my family, I'm the first cousin. So a lot of number of my cousins
wote wanataka kusimamia.
Na bado wako kwa ministry yako na watu wenye wanafanya kazi na kuna watu number a big number wanataka.
So actually, did you have any issues with raising money for your wedding?
In instant I did not have. But before the wedding I had issues. Because some other things came in between. That now, about 40 days to marriage, my father got an accident. Being the firstborn.
This is a firstborn marrying a lastborn?
Yes.
My father, my lord.
Yeah.
There's a story there.
So, being the firstborn, mzigo yote inakulalia.
Yeah, sure.
Because you ask your second brother yako anakwambia hana pesa, na mimi basi enda nyumbani ukakaisha mifugo ya wazazi. Kuuliza mzee anakwambia hata akaunti yangu iko na deni. So I had to carry the burden of the hospital bill, which was going to about 280 something.
And you're a young man.
Yes.
And you're planning for wedding. Yes. 40 days into.
Yes.
Uko kwa harusi.
I had a small saving for my own. Either uta contribute kidogo kwa committee na ingine upeleke msichana out. I spent all kwa hospital bill. But Shetani tena anaona tena bado hajashinda. Wakati my father recovered and everything, now it was another tragedy on her side. We lost our mother-in-law. That is about 13 days to our wedding. So hiyo ikafika pale tukaona kama sasa tutasimamisha kila kitu. But back into me nikampigia nikamwambia unless you are changing yourself. Hata babako aseme tubadilishe date, hatubadilishi. Unless you want to change. So akaniambia hapana sijui nini hapo. We went to talk with the pastor yake akasema hana issue tunaweza endelea. So sasa now when unasema unaweza endelea and your family are mourning, now it come a battle on her side. Anaanza kupigwa na watu wa familia. To an extent karibu tusimamisha harusi on the D-Day. But all happened. Tukafanya harusi. And now we are here. We are still enjoying our honeymoon. Yes.
That's heavy. How does the process of you getting married when you still know that the grave is still wet?
Let me say,
especially fact ni mwenye ulienda ukauliza ka uko ready.
Yeah, she was my friend. So let me say people had prayed a lot for me. People had prayed. I remember the last Sunday when I was single, I attended church after actually tulizika mom on Friday, and on that Sunday I went to church. So when people saw me, people were crying in church because the following week was my wedding week. So the pastor saw me and she called me and prayed for me. People cried. People prayed for me. People prayed for me. So I think those prayers gave me the grace to stand. Yeah, so I didn't feel anything, by the way. I was so overjoyed. Actually, when you see our wedding video, I was very happy. I never cried even when I was entering in the church.
So who gives you away?
My father, but my pastors ndio waliniingiza. But my father took me to the pastor. Yes. But I never cried, I never felt anything. I think I mourned later.
Okay.
I mourned later because now we are speaking about a week after the burial ndio tumeingia harusi. So I mourned later after now I'm in marriage now. Now that is when my husband helped me to heal, helped me to mourn, and ikaisha hivyo. Okay. Yes.
Year 1 into marriage is often said to be the year that the tests and trials you have not yet seen them. So did you encounter such?
Mine was hard because one, you are dealing with somebody who has first of all lost a parent.
Na hakuwa memon.
Number 2, I had lost my job. My family, my father is still at a medication and at a clinic after every 2 weeks. Therapy. The bills was still on me. So the first year for me it was very tight. And it was overwhelming to a point that karibu tuseme hii doa hapana, hii doa ilikuja na mambo zake.
Ni ile utasema nika nilisikia Mungu vibaya.
ni kama tuliharakisha ama tukasikia Mungu vibaya. And then wakati tena mnaenda kuona mambo inaenda kukaa vizuri, another bump. So I think because now before 1 year ishe, then we had an accident, the both of us with another couple. So uko zile za nime lose job, now I'm in hospital, I'm in bed. Kwa hii marriage ilikuwa inaniletea nini? So the first year, if I could ningekuwa wa roho rahisi, ningesema hii kitu acha ifike mwisho. Because now you are dealing with a person who is not understanding you according to you, hakuelewi. Akikwambia kitu yeye alafu ametoka pahali, being the last born also.
Of course. That's why I said there has to be a story. Because first born, last born.
Kuitisha kitu anapata.
Of course.
And because nikatoka baba na mama.
Na kuhagiwa kila wakati. Kupembelezwa.
Akikupigia simu unamwambia uko job nipe dakika 2, ukifika nyumbani ashakununia. Anaanza kukwambia hata hauna shughuli na yeye. And a lot of words, because ladies have to speak themselves. So the first year for me, it was very tiresome. Yes.
How did year 1, last born, how did year 1 looks like? Now that mama and daddy are not here to baby you.
And I want to be babied.
And you want to be babied. Because you've been babied all your life.
All my life.
For 22 plus years you've been babied. Alafu mtu anakuja hapa anaanza kusema usikwe babied. How?
Me thought I got married to a policeman. Hey.
Is he one?
I thought he was. GK.
Government of Kenya.
I thought now, hey, jina GK, I think it is now working in my own house. Because he's not babying me, hanibembelezi, hafanyi hizo zote za last born. Let me say, marriage, the first year, it was quite hard. It was hard.
Did you ever pack?
Yeah, I did.
How many times?
Let me say the first year I had packed once.
The first year? Oh, so each year you packed? Okay.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes, I have packed.
You have like
mi nimepack. So the first day I packed tukiwa 3 months.
Even the umbilical cord is jakauka.
Yeah. We were 3 months. Nika left for a week. Lakini nikiwa kwenye nilikuwa I was like
ukalamba glucose.
Mimi nikabibi harusi bado, isinirudi tu. So he looked for me and we talked and that was over. Yeah, nimepack. Let me say. Wairimu, I have packed.
You have good and packed.
Yes.
Is there a day you packed and packed like packed?
Yes.
Packed and packed?
Yeah. Unaitisha hadi gari. Oya. Kuja.
How did you feel when she was packing?
The first time.
Pause. Did you go for her all these times she was packing? Because amesema ni kama year in, year out.
The first time I went for her, I knew she was still grieving. The second time, I still understand the same. The third time, sikumwendea.
Ah, nice one.
The third time, sikumwendea.
Ya tatu ni rotorex.
But a number of my friends tried to hook ups. As wamekuja, wakajua ako within, wakaniita, tukakutana kwa hoteli. So I tried to talk to her, akakausha kichwa. Actually, nilimuuliza kwenye umetoka mpaka hapa umetumia pesa ngapi? Akaniambia 100 bob. Nikatoa 200 nikamwambia
chukua
enda nyumbani kwenye ulikuwa. And I went home. So then
okay, why would you do that?
Because nimejaribu kuongelesha mtu hataki kukusikia.
Alikuwa ameletwa kwa ajili yako.
Yes, ameletwa na marafiki.
I mean, she's number.
Yes, yeah, I've even wasted my time to come here.
Yeah.
So,
baby girl.
Okay,
baby
how
girl.
much did you spend coming here? 100 bob. So I give her 200. That is your fare to and fro.
Nimekurudishia hata.
Yes, mocha.
So that is the third time. The fourth time, akaenda. We had a disagreement because I had lost my job. I was in transit to look for a new thing to do. I think because ya kuona like now I'm not that capable to provide. Akaona hapa mimi nitaumia.
Hapa nitasikia njaa na mimi ni baby girl.
So akapaka akaenda.
Tena.
Yeah, kupack. But now also God, there is a way of God showing somebody you have made a mistake. In a few days, I started coming up again. Actually, one day, nikaona amepost picha kwa Facebook.
Yenyu.
Yake. Akuwa pahali. So na mimi nikaamua kwenda kwa studio. Nikadress. Kaenda kwa studio. Nikapiga picha. Na mimi nikapost.
Ala.
Mtana wenyewe asione kama aliniacha mimi nikateseka.
Nalikuwa ameadd weight.
So kukakaa akapigia one of my friend.
Kwa nini unakaa smart after nimekuacha?
Akapigia one of my friend. My friend akamwambia hata siku hizi tunaonea TV kwa maina. Kona TV kubwa. Sasa hiyo niko na 32 inch.
32 ndio kubwa hapa. Nice.
So sasa ni date yangu kumchota. So she came back. But all those, there was no sikuwa na big. The yenye sasa ilinikasirisha ni hiyo yenye alipack.
She left.
Yes.
Gari. Oya. Kuja.
Beba kila kitu kilicho changu hapa.
Twende.
Si kile kilicho chake, ni yenye anataka kwenda kuanzisha nayo maisha.
Oh, sure. Now pause. What was making you all these times? Unajua, wakwenda. Ukweli. Huyo hakuwa wakwenda. Wakwenda hapakigi. Ati ya kwanza, ya pili, ya tatu. Oftentimes it is said, wakwenda utoka kwanza na kichwa.
Yeah.
Anatoka, anafika hata kwa embassy. So those are years. Mko tu naye kwa nyumba mnapitanaga, but kwa kichwa alishatoka kitambo ako embassy, sahii yako kwa barabara akienda. And then until 15 unakuta hatukuulizana kitu, hatukufanyiana kitu, akaenda. So what's making you multiple pack? Na najua uendi palipopote. Na unajua that tunajua huendi.
Let me say, we are the first people to wed in a holy matrimony.
Kwenyu.
Yes. Same case na kwao. So we were breaking a very tough barrier together.
An altar.
Yes, we were. So kukona forces zimekuwa zikitutandika all this time. All this time. Kakitu kadogo hivi. A very minute topic.
So hapa si ati ni when you hear
si mashamba na magari
and everything, you feel it's something big.
Kakitu kadogo hivi kanatuharibu.
Alisqueeze toothpaste kutoka katikati si chini.
Something small like that. Something small like bundles.
Bundles.
Yes.
Bundles Safaricom.
Yes.
Ama Airtel.
Any network. Hiyo tu inaharibu ndoa.
Mwekea kazi. Lakini kwa kazi yake hawezi nunua nayo credit.
Siwezi. There was just a lot of things that we were handling, but ikafika mahali ya mwisho sasa kabisa. Ya mwisho ndio sasa Mungu akaniketisha chini. By the way, I had decided I'm not going back to that marriage. I'm done.
Did you have friends that you were looking and comparing your life with?
No. Okay, that was kitambo, but now as we were growing in marriage, hiyo tuliacha. But what I can say is we were fighting a pattern. We had a pattern. Atungeka like 4 months kama hatujaachana. Tunawachana. Kama tutaachana tutakasirishana vibaya sana. So ya mwisho ndio ilinipeleka mahali nilikuwa nimekataa kanisa. Sikuwa naenda church. Ya mwisho sasa, the last one.
So you became a rebel.
Nikakaa siendi kanisa, haendi kanisa hata akienda anakaa kwa balcony ama anakaa tu huko tu anywhere. But ikafika mahali God talked to me. Akaniambia I want you to go. Himself. I had God like this with my ears. Nikasikia, niko nimekaa kwa mawe kama pale, nikaketi chini nikasikia, Eunice, kesho uende kanisa. That Sunday I remember it was Pastor Eric preaching. And he was preaching about restoration.
Oh, bless you, Pastor.
Restoration. And it was I was like, Mungu ulinileta huku odahira huko mwadhani. Ulinileta huku nisikize. So I went
kwani
home.
unataka kunichimbua.
So I went home asking myself, kwani sasa mambo ya restoration nikaongelelewa church and I'm so done with this marriage. So I went home and nilikuwa na karatasi ya marriage certificate. Ni hiyo ama hiyo ilikuwa ni nini nimebeba?
Hadi ulikuwa umeenda na marriage certificate?
What was that?
Alikuwa ameenda na ile notification ile inapewa kwa pastor.
I had that thing. So nikaishika nikasema, Mungu vile unataka na hii ndoa ndivyo itafanyika. Si vile nataka na si vile my husband anataka. It is your will. Then I was in a certain group yenye tulikuwa tunaongelelea mambo za thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. The will of God is very tough.
Yeah, very.
Haikuangi ati ni vile nataka. William, Mungu ni ngumu. Mungu akisema utarudi kwa hiyo ndoa, hata kama ulikuwa umesema hurudi, utarudi. Because he's not yet done with you.
Yeah.
So I went back and I thought about it and I started praying to God to heal me first. Anitengeneze the state of my heart kwanza iunde.
You felt like you had unsolved issues personally.
Yes, personally. And then I told God at that time to forgive me for wronging his son. Because before we are a husband and a wife, this is a son of God. I am a daughter. I'm also a son of God. So nikaambia Mungu anisamehe kwa kumtendea vibaya mtoto wake. So we started a journey with God to forgive me for wronging him and to teach me marriage. I now started classes with God. Anisaidie kusamehe, anisaidie kuweka kiburi chini, anisaidie intentionally. Hata kama ni uchungu, anisaidie. And so at this time when I was praying, we are not together. At this time that I was praying,
you've parted ways for how long this time around?
7 months.
Forgive me.
It was 5 months, but the prolong of 7 months ilikuwa yangu.
Kijana.
Yeah.
Wacha nilambe glucose kwa ajili yako. Why are you prolonging?
Because on that time, she is having a conversation with God. I was done with also the marriage. Mimi nilikuwa nimeitwa baka na Lev nikamwambia mambo mimi sitaki na pastor tafadhali usiniite tena kuniambia kuhusu ndoa yangu. So at that time I had even started thinking on how to process the divorce documents.
Because you need to move on also.
Yes, I need to move on.
But how does it make you feel at this particular point? Because if I'm to bring you back, there was a marriage that you had prepped.
Yes.
Then before the lapse of it, the DD, kitu tu ika happen. Dema alisemaga it's not you, it's her. Now you've gotten into the marriage, and now all these sarakas are there. How are you feeling about yourself?
The first time nilikuwa najua zanataka.
You knew?
Yes, I've been that I'm in the ministry when it come watu wanafanya maharusi, I'm always there. Hata akipotea bado, hata hii 6 months bado kuna watu napangia maharusi. So sasa this one nikajiambia kwa moyo yangu, I think niliharakisha mambo or I got the wrong person. And because I don't want to change myself forever, I think because I started these things in a protocol and in a good way, I'll still do the same. So nikachukua wazazi tukaenda kwao. Sasa hiyo msichana na yako kwa maombi. Nikamwambia wazazi wake.
Ukaenda kwa wazazi kudu?
Nikamwambia I'm done with the car.
Ai.
Nikamwambia mtengeneze kikao. Ya tukuje tumalize mambo official.
Urudisho rurasho.
No, my intention was not kurudisho.
We killed the rurasho.
Was mimi na yeye.
We kill the ties.
Yes. But now yeye ameitwa kutoka kwa maombi, wakanipangia siku fulani, na ile siku wananipangia ilikuwa on our anniversary. So nikajua this is a trap, nitakuta nimetengenezewa mpaka keki anniversary. So I decided to change the date. So I prolonged there, na hapo sasa ndio prolonging inakuja. So I prolonged it to another month. So another month now we went, we talked. After tumeongea, msichana yeye akasema hapana, hataki give up with the marriage. She is ready to change, nini ABCD. nikaambia tokeni nje muongee. For me I was not for it. So mimi nikaacha tu, nimewacha watu na butwa, mimi nikaenda nyumbani.
Aya.
Mimi sikumwambia anarudi kwangu. So after after tumetoka huko a week after, akaanza tena kunitafuta tupatane tuongee. Nikamwambia this week I will be in Isiolo. Kaniambia ukirudi niambie. So we started another conversation. So one of the evening,
you started dating again.
Yes, one of the evening akaniita, we went had coffee, then mtu aende kwake bado. Coincidentally,
bwana na bibi
kila mtu aende kwake.
Now coincidentally, the second time coming from Isiolo, there was a dinner in LCC ya couples. So Lev has called me. I think alikuwa ameongea akamwambia hata tulikuwa na Maina another day tumeongea. So Lev called me during the day, akaniambia Maina why are you? Nikamwambia I'm on my way to Nakuru. Akaniambia today there was an event in church. Do you know about it? Nikamwambia yeah. I want you there. Nikamwambia no. Akaniambia I want you there and you come with your wife. So nikonsider that okay. What is going on? So I took my phone, called her. Kamwambia never nataka kukuona kwa church.
Nataka kukuona.
Sikumwambia hata ni jina, never nataka kukuona kwa church. So ujipange, I will come pick you, I drop you because ni mimi amepigia. But mimi najua ni dinner. So I made sure hata tumechelewa kwa hiyo dinner. Ndivyo tukae nyuma kabisa. But afterward bado level atatuita tuambie ABCD. But on that process now, hata mimi niko zile za sitaki marriage. But nisipokubali msichana sasa saa hii amekuwa sorry na ameomba msamaha, itakaa ni kama sasa I was the bad person.
But now pause. I feel like I hear you say msichana alikuwa, msichana alifanya.
Yes.
By any chance are you feeling that you also had, because I keep saying in life and in everything and in the relationships, it takes two to tango. We had a guest some time ago that kept reminding us that you never go to a boxing arena and attack anyone that doesn't have gloves.
Yes.
You leave anybody that doesn't have gloves because you're tuned to know they are not there to fight you. So for you to be in this fiasco, automatically, did you feel that there was something that you had done that may or may have perpetrated whatever she was feeling?
I will say this. As you have said, she thought she was married to a policeman. Me being the firstborn. So,
umeleta firstborn kwa nyumba.
Not hata kuleta firstborn. I like my things done.
In order.
In order. And sometimes, the person you're trying to do things in order with, kwako, because being a firstborn also, there is that kahai kasauti. Nimesema by saa 2 uko umejitayarisha. So yake kwake anaona ni kama ninamcommand kama mtoto.
Yeah.
So okay, nilikuwa naongea ananiambia hapana unani bulldoze unaniongelesha kama mtoto, but we used to maliza hii. So now at this time hii sasa alienda, mimi sasa nilisema si mimi make choice. Sasa mimi ninajiondoa tu hapo. Hata mimi sasa acha nianzishe maisha yangu vingine. So hapa sasa wakati sasa amekuwa mpole, ameomba msamaha, nikajiambia hapana. Because also have been maybe a boss to her ABCD. Na ameomba msamaha. That is where I was now. If I don't accept her apology, it will look like now
kama uko na maneno.
I was doing this thing with a hidden agenda or an intention. So I had now to accept. Nikamwambia okay, if you have really you have decided to change, that is why I'm here. We work on and where you work on. But I can say this on finalizing that God will always wait until nyinyi wenyewe mchoke na mumtegemee. Because
nyinyi wote mutoane jasho.
Mchoke na mumtegemee. Because I have said we are still in our honeymoon, but at that time we were 6 years in marriage. So now mshachoshana hata nini. Then now when we came back, it was like we never knew each other well. So we started another journey. Then after some like a year, God has graced us now with a baby. Something we
Hallelujah.
had to be waiting for a number of years.
I like the fact that God really had to make you wait,
Yes.
also to mature, because we are having stories whereby parents are giving birth to children and they are making their lives difficult day in day out because of the choices they've made. But as we look at the story of restoration in your marriage, like Pasi really preached on that particular day, and looking back, what would you tell that girl that is packing at this particular moment? Amejam and a pack.
I would tell them that marriage is God orchestrated it, and it is God's idea,
Yeah.
and it was made by God to drive his kingdom. The mistake that I made myself, that I wouldn't want anyone to make, it is to make your spouse an idol
Okay.
and forget God. Like for example, when I went into marriage, I thought he was my everything.
Okay.
I looked up to him like he's my God. He's everything. Actually, he knows that. But ikafika mahali, God reminded me that I am the one who provides for you through him. It is not him.
There's a hierarchy.
Yeah. So you should first look up to me, then he'll come next. So I used to fix my eyes, fix my hope, fix my everything on him, and forgot to pray for my marriage. I forgot to pray for my husband. I forgot to pray for myself. Another thing I would tell someone is that the state of your heart, if your heart is wrong, if you have a lot of issues in your heart, if you're not okay in your heart, you shall give lemonade. You shall give pepper in your marriage. So check your heart, work on your heart, and pray.
And pray.
Look up to God. Marriage, it's a battlefield. You have to pray. Ukiona kuko na shida, attack your partner, because you're fighting together, not against each other.
Yeah, sure.
You're fighting together na hiyo shida yenye iko hapo on your table.
Good one.
Yes.
JK,
Yes.
Government of Kenya. Kuna jamaa anaachwa saizi as we are talking. Na yenye bibi amepanga kuenda na hajamwambia. Console that guy and give them hope.
First of all, say marriage is not kept by love. Because if someone was looking someone to love you, hata haungeitoka kwenyu.
Yeah.
Because your parents loved you more.
Yeah, sure.
There is no man can love a lady more than a father has his daughter.
Yeah.
There is no woman can take care of a man more than a mother can take care of his own son. Marriage is a commitment.
Yeah.
It is a choice. And when you choose, kuna siku mutakosana, kuna siku nini mutakorofishana, kuna siku you get bothered and get distracted and also get nini uone ule mtu mko na yeye is not worth. But now when you remember the covenant, when you remember the commitment, when you remember the purpose that brought you together, it will make you nini. Even in the book of Peter it says, when you love overcovers the sins. So it will come automatically because you have a commitment, you have an intention. So nowadays, tukikorofishana, because we are not still perfect.
Sure.
Tukikorofishana, ninajiangalia najua nikireplyia huyu mtu, the reply next that will come to me haitanifurahisha. So what should I do? Kama nilikuwa najitayarisha niende job, nitajitayarisha, sitagoja hiyo chai ipikwe, mimi nitaenda kukunywa chai kwa hoteli. Then afterward text, yani hata hungegoja nikupikie chai, nikamwambia nilikuwa na haraka. Si haraka nilikuwa na, I was avoiding a conversation that niona itatokea itoe nini? Itoe shida. So you have just to learn on how to understand your partner, because both of you cannot be high.
Good one.
So I would tell that young man number 2, focus on winning the relationship. Let your partner, let your other spouse or your other partner win the conversation.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice one. How many years has it been so far? Let's ask the ladies. They're good with numbers.
I'm very poor with numbers.
Oh, special one I told
He
you.
is very, very good with numbers. Yes.
Special one I told you.
7 years, 5 months, 13 days.
So it had to be the
Told
precise.
you.
Masani sangapi?
In about 2 hours, it would be 14 days.
So
Yes.
7 months in plus. Please look at each other as we wind up. Look at each other and recommit the same vows you made 7 years ago. And that is your camera.
I said ladies first.
Huyu anajua kujitoa.
7 years bado anang'ang'ania nani atakuwa akifanya hizi vitu wa kwanza.
My husband, thank you so much for loving me, for being there for me, showing me that you care so much about me. Thank you so much. My prayer for this marriage is that our bond will grow stronger and stronger, that we shall win every test of time, and that we shall stand worthy before our God one day and be given the crown of rejoicing because of standing strong and driving his agenda, that is a kingdom marriage that glorifies him. I love you.
Thank you. You are still beautiful as I saw you the first time. I still love you, and it have not changed from the first day. I'm grateful to God because He has given us the number of years He has given us together. Through all we have gone through, it is to make us stronger. So I still love you, and I tell you thank you for choosing me. Because if you have not chosen me, maybe I will not be the person I am. And also thank you for being a mother for my own generation. Yes, I love you too.
Thank you.
Yes.
There goes love. And until next time, I have been your host, Wairimu Gashoya. It has been lovely having you and I on board. Ciao.